Hey guys, so this is my review of the Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. So I never used to really be a foundation person. I used to just wear like tinted moisturisers or powder foundations, that sort of thing. But after I heard so many good things about this foundation, I just had to try it, and I'm so glad I did. So this is what the packaging looks like. And it comes with 35 mils, which is actually really good. It is kind of pricey. I can't remember the exact price. I'll link it down below. But it's around $80 something dollars, which in American dollars I think it's about 40 something. I'm not sure. But Australian dollars it's about 80 something dollars, which is quite expensive. Like, it's getting up there. Like with the Chanel foundations, those sorts of things, they're about $90 to $100. So it's definitely one of the pricier ones. For about 6 months, I want to say. I think it was around November last year, I think. And if you can see by how much I can squeeze it, I've used a lot of this product. I'm almost out and I need to get a new one. So yes, I'll have to do that soon. But yes, so onto the actual foundation. I'm in the colour Creme Ivory. And they have a lot of They have a lot of shades in this foundation range. Pretty much the formulation, it's a cream foundation-ish. It's kind of like a cream/liquid foundation, so it's not really runny or anything, but it's not like hard. It's not like a cream to powder foundation or anything. It's definitely a cream. So like, here, I'll swatch some for you. And you have to shake it, because otherwise you get like, I don't know, consistency is weird. But if you see that, see how it's kind of sort of like a liquid foundation, but it has more of a cream consistency. And then when you rub it in, I don't know, it just gives really incredible coverage as well. I don't have the best skin, I don't have the worst, but I really like that whole porcelain full coverage, really glowy skin look. I don't know, I think everybody likes that. But yeah, so I really like the full coverage that it gives, but I think a lot of people probably wouldn't. But if you're looking for a high coverage foundation, or a medium to high coverage, because if you only use a little bit, it doesn't cover as much, obviously. So if you want like a medium to high coverage foundation, this would definitely be the one for you. Yeah, so I have oily skin, and generally throughout the day it does get really oily just around these areas and this area. My T-zone. If I don't use a primer under my foundation, it's gone in like 2 seconds. It's awful, and I always have to set my foundation as well. So yeah, I know a lot of people with dry skin use this foundation, and it does give a really gorgeous, dewy, glowy look. And it does that with people with oily skin as well, but I always have to set it, because if I don't set it, it doesn't stay and it gets all oily, and it's a nightmare. And I don't like to blot my skin during the day, because I'm lazy when it comes to that. I don't know. But when I use that in conjunction with my Smashbox Photo Finish Light Primer, it literally stays matte all day, and I can use as much sort of highlighting products as I want, because I really like that. But when my skin is really oily, I can't do that. So yeah. I'll be doing a foundation routine showing you how I use it and all that sort of thing. And when I apply it, there's a lot of ways I do it. My favourite is with a brush. My absolute favourite is probably using the MAC 188, which is a small stippling brush, and just sort of buffing that onto my skin. So the other brush I really like to use is a foundation brush. This is by Revlon, and it's not the best brush, but I don't know, I still use it and I still can work with it. So yeah, I like applying my foundation with those two, and I also like using my fingers because that gives a bit of a lighter coverage, a bit more natural. But I mean, it's still really natural. Pretty much using this foundation is like putting another layer of skin on your face, but it's just a perfect layer of skin, which is so good because it just makes it look really natural. It just sort of melts into your skin, and that's what your fingers do as well. It just sort of melts it in. And I also like using sponges. I have the Mercier sponges, but they're in my bedroom, so I'm not going to get them. But that's probably my least favourite way of applying them, and the sponges are really expensive. They last quite a few months each, but a packet of 4 is like $30 or something, or I think it's like $30, I think. And to me that's just not worth it. So yeah, all in all, it is an amazing foundation, and it is really expensive, but for me that's worth it because of the quality of the product and that sort of thing. It's not one of those ones that you can substitute for a cheaper product. It's so good. Ugh, I love it. So if you want to see a tutorial for this look, by the way, I'll link it down below. I'll also link my blog. I think that's it. Yeah, I'll do a blog post on this, on the Mercier foundation as well, just so you guys, like I'll put a bit more information in it, that sort of thing. If I've forgotten anything in this video, which I often do, I often finish filming and think of like 10 things that I forgot to mention, so that's probably going to happen, but yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. I think that's it. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.